if Karen Ayasod and JDC and the Jewish Agency and UJC can all come together in a room, we made it, folks. 32 years ago, while with the ADL, I began the first dialogues between the Jewish and this emerging group called the Evangelical Community. As they grew in numbers and importance around the world, my work grew in importance as well. What is the mission of the fellowship and the vision? I'll be fine now. Number one, that Christians and Jews would reverse the sad and tragic history which has marked and marred their relationship for 2,000 years and replace it instead with a relationship marked by respect and dialogue and cooperation on issues of shared concern. Two, the dream of my life has been Aliyah, which, thank God, I fulfilled a couple of years ago. And the second mission is to build a strong base of support for Israel and the Jewish people in need around the world. 25 years ago, I left the ADL and founded this group called the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. It was a radical idea at the time, but thank God, Baruch Hashem, we've been able to accomplish tremendous things. Our pithy motto is cooperate whenever possible, oppose whenever necessary, and teach and sensitize and build bridges of understanding and healing between our communities at all times. That's what I believe we've done. It's not just the money, as someone said to me before, it's the fact that we built a bridge to hundreds of millions of people around the world who stand with us at our time of need. We have raised $500 million. And we're almost at this year, we've raised significant funds, but that stems from the bridge and from an entirely new source that wasn't there obviously before. Some of you might not know it, but we helped launch the whole tourism industry from Christians 25 years ago to Israel. Today, I believe even the majority of the tourists to Israel are these Christians. We built a movement that lobbies for Israel, that advocates for Israel, that prays for Israel, and we've been able to do it steering clear of all the political forces that have been on me to move to the right, to take a political position, and instead we talk only about fundamental support for the state of Israel, and of course the hundreds of thousands of Jews in need in Israel and around the world that we've been able to help. Joe Lieberman always says to me, Yechiel, at least you've lived long enough to see your work vindicated. Our annual this year in US and Canada will hit around $90 million. We are running, Baruch Hashem, 10% ahead of last year. We have approximately 300,000 current donors and 800,000 Christian donors since we started, and roughly 7,000 Jewish donors. We receive approximately 3,000 pieces of mail a day with a gift in them. The donors give sacrificially from funds that they often don't even have, tithing, giving 10% of their social security, and cutting corners in their budget in order to help Israel and the Jewish people. All with a pure heart to help us. I've had a twofold mission. One, to build Christian support for Israel and Jewish people in need. But there's a second part to that mission. It's the opposite direction. It's a two-way street. And that's to get Jewish people to understand that these people are not the enemy. There may be some among them who we need to be very careful with, who we need to oppose, but these people are good, pure, wholesome people who are really believing in our cause. I adopted what I call the 4 A's for the Jewish community as my mission. To try to bring awareness, Second, acknowledgement that these people are doing it. 3, appreciation. And 4, attitude change. I believe that in these 25 years we've passed the threshold of the first 3. The mission is to get the Jewish community and the state of Israel to see pro-Israel Christians as our strategic partners in the building of Zion. And we haven't gotten there yet. The challenge is, I had Rabbi Baksh, the Rabbi of Odessa, in my office a couple of days ago, crying. Everything that the Jewish community worldwide has built in terms of Jewish education for the former Soviet Union, the next generation is at risk of falling apart. With the financial crisis, that is affecting all of the organizations, and I participate with you, we've got to assume responsibility and do more to provide a chinuch, a Jewish education, and food, and clothes, and medicine for the next generation of children. 2, so I urge you all to do more in this area. And 2, the aliyah of the B'nai Menashe continues to be something very important and close. So thank you for coming together for this. We've helped a lot of people, helped engage in Tikkun Olam. Are we there yet? Not yet, but we're close. Thank you.